Uh, I am obviously doing another video, and I have decided to just go both barrels. I'm going full force and try to make this the last NFL video that I do. I'm fed up with the NFL manipulating people who are tied to this matrix. The Bible describes the matrix as darkness. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in God. In order to collapse the matrix, you must present truth at all costs. In doing so, presenting the truth of everything on this most fundamental level, especially the creation, which reveals the true kingdom of God above the firmament, meaning the kingdom of God is being preached through the revelation of the true creation of flat earth, palace earth, as I like to call it. Okay, now what does this have to do with football and Patrick Mahomes? Okay, Patrick Mahomes is the premier quarterback. Apparently he has replaced whoever it was. I guess it would be Tom Brady. He is replaced, or is in the process of replacing Tom Brady. But I'm here to tell you that Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion, is a conjured individual, and I am going to prove this conjuring of this individual through this footage right now. I'm going to give you a still shot of this college footage that is supposedly actual college highlight reel, and I am going to suggest that this is CGI by showing you an image that is nothing but CGI error, and that image is coming right up. And it was something in the AFC Championship game that I saw, and I believe they were answering my video that I did on the meltdown of Patrick Mahomes of the AFC Championship from when the Bengals beat the Chiefs last year. Now there's what I'm talking about here. There's a CGI error on this helmet. That is anyone who knows anything about putting together something that's not real in a CGI format. This is a very common error, and this is taken from so-called highlight reel from Texas Tech versus whoever. And if you were to watch this video, which I have it on my computer, it was created, uploaded to this particular YouTube channel in 2018. I'm going to go over what I found suspicious about the video right off the bat, and then as I watched it, my trained eye to spotted the fakery right away. How I could tell that it was, on a blue screen, and how it appeared to be overlay of all the players as they're moving about the field. It did not look authentic. It looked as if they were borrowed from other scenes and then put together as a compilation to create new footage, which is a very well-known technique. It's called deep fake. Deep fake, extremely dangerous, an extremely dangerous weapon in the hands of the enemy. So as we look at Patrick Mahomes' helmet, you see the logo on the left side, or it would be his right side of the top helmet, the top of his helmet. The logo is rising, coming off the helmet, which suggests not real. I'm showing this video that I made a clip of on January 30th of 2022 from a YouTube channel, College Films, entitled Texas Tech Quarterback Highlights, Patrick Mahomes Highlights. QB 6'3", 230 pound junior, number 5 QB. Okay, Patrick Mahomes, as everyone knows, few people know, at least in 2022, at the time I made this clip, that Patrick Mahomes graduated his junior year. He left his junior year. He did not play his senior year in college. I was surprised to find that so few people who I've had discussions about the Chiefs, and of course it would be Patrick Mahomes would be the main topic. Few people know that Patrick Mahomes did not finish his senior year. Few people are aware of his college history in general, and I am suggesting that Patrick Mahomes did not have a college history. I am making a bold statement and stepping out and saying that Patrick Mahomes' college career is conjured. And as you just saw the CGI footage of the so-called highlights, my perspective on that is, if you find one CGI portion of a so-called historical highlight reel, you have to assume that it's all fake. That's my standard. That's the standard I hold. Now, regarding this video, the highlight reel from College Films, I believe this is a fake channel, and it was conjured. It was uploaded on September 8th of 2018, and I ran across it, of course, January 30th, 2022, and I noticed that all the likes, the comments and likes were made after September of 2020. All the likes at the time I made this clip, which was January 30th, 2022, all the comments were a year and less, had been made a year before I made this clip, within a year or less, 9 months to a year. Now I'm going to be a little bit more liberal and say that every comment made on that video that was posted September 8th, 2018, every comment was made after September of 2020, 2 whole years before this video started receiving comments. Now, Patrick Mahomes allegedly had a huge college career as far as stats are concerned, for 11,000 yards passing, 93 touchdowns in 3 college football seasons, which is an enormous amount of stats. The college season averaging 10, 11, maybe 12 games, and he compiled over 11,000 yards passing, 93 touchdowns. Those are Heisman Trophy numbers. Of course, the argument would be Patrick played on bad teams, throwing passes, coming from behind, blah, blah, blah. But regardless, supposedly this man had enough talent on the college level to throw for these enormous amount of stats. He got the attention of a professional football team to be drafted first round pick, 10th pick, whatever. I am suggesting that this video that was made by College Films was created as to give Patrick Mahomes a pass to cover the gap of lack of history. It was conjured through College Films, and there are other players who have a similar highlight reel made up for their particular so-called college career, and it has the same CGI appearance. What I'm getting at is this film that was made that I'm showing does not have enough comments from 2018 through 2020. September 2018 to September 2020, no comments showing. All the comments came after September 2020, which means this is a created fake channel, and it created the fake comments. The comments were created, which is a common process done by individuals who are monetized and who pay YouTube to prop up their channels, to give them numbers, to give them exaggerated numbers to where their channel looks more impressive. Now I'm going to move on to this next section, and I will feature an error by the commentator regarding Patrick Mahomes' debut in Denver, week 17. The commentator makes an error, and she claims Patrick Mahomes' senior year in Texas Tech and the historic Patrick Mahomes only played through his junior year. And I think it is not realistic for a commentator to make such an error. The error was either made purposely as to give us a clue of the deception, or they weren't on the same page as far as giving this phantom NFL player the proper history. I think they may have just made a mistake, but you will hear this mistake coming up.
Wraps up immediately. So here we go. The anticipated debut of Patrick Mahomes. They traded up to get him in the first round with the 10th pick overall. He was so impressive as a senior last year in Texas. Round with the 10th pick overall. He was so impressive as a senior last year in Texas Tech.
And as you heard her say, his senior year, and she didn't realize, or was purposely said, the error was purposely said to give us a clue, because his junior year was his final year, not senior. Now, up next, Tyreek Hill on ESPN voicing his lack of knowledge of Patrick Mahomes, and it appears that he is speaking of a Patrick Mahomes who did not exist, and you'll hear it coming right up.
Tyreek, I want to ask you this. When you were at training camp and y'all drafted Patrick Mahomes, what was your thought after you watched him that first week in training camp?
I thought it was trash. I ain't gonna count. I ain't even gonna count, man. When he first got there, I was like, "They who y'all drafted right here? They who y'all drafted? Hey, y'all." Hey, but look, he proved me into a whole complete. I don't know, like it's just that second year, like his quarterback mechanics were different. It was like he was spending more time with his quarterback coach, spending more time with Coach Reed, like learning the offense.
So Tyreek Hill is voicing his opinion about someone who threw for 11,252 yards in 3 years as trash. If you divide 3 years into his total yardage for 3 years, which is 11,252, you get 3750.6666. That is deciphered as 336666. Okay. He obviously he didn't get the memo on the conjured past of Patrick Mahomes at the time that they drafted him. Because I believe Tyreek Hill was speaking truth. He was talking from the heart. He didn't know this individual, and he saw this individual in training camp basically being taught how to play football from scratch. There was no Patrick Mahomes. There was no Patrick Mahomes in Texas Tech as this outstanding QB with stats that would give him the Heisman Trophy, or at least be a candidate. Obvious. So what I'm getting at is I'm proving through this evidence that this individual did not exist in the past. He was created in 2017 and brought into the NFL for whatever reason. He is the focus point, and he is accomplishing all these great feats through sorcery. Now I'm going to finish up this video giving an example how the NFL answered me in this latest AFC Championship.